complete enlightenment as the basic conduct in self-cultivation. This complete enlightenment is called dharani because this Sanskrit word means whole control, whole being the universal characteristic of all things, and control the mastery of infinite meaning. This complete enlightenment is the substance of the universal characteristic of all phenomena. For the saintly and the worldly, as well as enlightenment and delusion, depend on the law of causality established on the complete enlightenment of the one mind, which is self-sufficient and does not lack a single thing. So it is whole. As the law of causality can neither err nor decay, it is called control. Since all the saintly and worldly arise from it, it is called a door. To stream out of it is to come from it. However, the substance of this enlightenment is the Dharmakaya of all Buddhas and the primal enlightenment inherent in the mind ground of all living beings. Although it seems soiled, it has never been so essentially, and is therefore pure and clean. As it has never been false or changing, it is called Buddha Tathata. It cannot manifest because it is screened by ignorance. From this cause ground, all Buddhas relied on the true mind of this dormant enlightenment to develop the wisdom of aroused or initiated enlightenment to eradicate delusion. When both dormant and aroused enlightenment unite, this is ultimate enlightenment. The attainment of Bodhi fruit is only to return to the one mind in its condition of calmness and eradication of passions, which is also called perfect rest and nirvana. Therefore, we know that the resulting merits of the stage of attainment of all Buddhas are established by the complete enlightenment of this one mind. Hence, their streaming out of it. This is not only true of the Buddha fruit, but also of the Bodhisattva's methods of perfection, or paramita, which stream out of it as well. Since the cause ground of all Buddhas is the fundamental course for Bodhisattvas, it was taught to them as said in the text. Therefore, the attainment of Buddhahood by all Tathagatas from their self-moving cause ground has no other method than complete reliance on the light of self-natured enlightenment, shining upon its own pure, clean, still, and passionless enlightened body. For its characteristic and substance will be thus in perfection. As this perfection is complete, it penetrates everywhere and permanently eradicates ignorance. This is the only method of perfect realization of the Dharmakaya. Hence the words, quote, by reliance on perfect insight into pure and clean enlightenment for the permanent eradication of ignorance and the ultimate attainment of Buddhahood, close quote. However, this perfect insight is only the threefold meditation by the wisdom of the one mind, while pure and clean enlightenment is but the substance of this one mind in its three aspects. The aim of the whole sutra lies in the words, perfect insight into pure and clean enlightenment. Question. The Buddha said that the Dharani door to complete enlightenment is the self-moving cause ground of the Tathagata. He also said that the pure and clean Buddha Tathata is the disillusioned Buddha nature of living beings. He again spoke of the entire reliance on perfect insight into enlightenment. It thus follows that fundamentally there should be no ignorance to eradicate. But why does the sutra suddenly say, for permanent eradication of ignorance and ultimate attainment of Buddhahood? What, then, is the aim of the teaching? Answer. The meaning is very profound and cannot be understood by men of coarse minds. Let me explain this. The wondrous mind of complete enlightenment is but the absolute Dharmakaya of all Buddhas and living beings. When this Dharmakaya transmigrates through the 5 worlds of existence, it is called a living being. However, the pure and clean Buddha Tathata is the Dharmakaya of all Buddhas and the Buddha nature of all living beings. because of the first stirring thought. The illusion of ignorance deludes this Dharmakaya, which becomes the body and mind of the illusory and false five aggregates. But the inherent disillusioned Buddha nature, which is fundamentally completely enlightened, is still there. Since passion, or klesha, cannot soil this Buddha nature, the latter remains pure and clean, and that which essentially is neither false nor changing is the Buddha Tathata. Hence, the pure and clean Buddha Tathata, which is the Buddha nature of all deluded living beings. All Buddhas from their cause ground were not different from living beings, but they were able to rely on the primal enlightenment of the Buddha nature to develop the wisdom of initial enlightenment permanently to eradicate ignorance. The union of primal enlightenment, dormant in men, and initial enlightenment, newly developed, is called Bodhi, final or ultimate enlightenment, which is the experiential realization of the calm and passionless one mind, hence nirvana.